Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a read for the Divine Feminine today, as well as Sand Art and the Oracle cards at the end. So I'm going to get right into it. It is October 21st, 2018. In the Sand Art, I saw an old woman with a hat, possibly playing the piano, maybe in church. But I was also seeing an old woman being sneaky on the side. I saw the Mary Magdalene M. I saw kids in bed and or someone homesick. A lamb swimming, like not voluntarily. I saw an old woman with sticky fingers tossing the evidence. I saw a lone wolf. I saw lakes tiered into a mountain and hot springs, as well as a bull snouting and charging with a lot of emotions, and this could be a Taurus person. And I'd gotten the bullfighter yesterday or the day before, so somebody might be charging. And somebody might be charging too much on their credit card as well. Also saw hanging by a thread and maybe losing a tooth. I saw drones, an Afghan hound, very depressed, so someone's dog might be depressed. A volcanic eruption, as well as very rough oceans hitting rocks. A lot of chaotic emotion. I also saw Fester and Cousin It and a girl with long black hair. But I also saw her next to a canopy bed that was then broken. So somebody might have broken their canopy bed. But I was also seeing Fester and Cousin It and the girl with the long black hair. I saw butting heads as well as fist bumping. I saw a broken right arm. Maybe involved with skating or ice hockey. And I got Blue Jays, so I don't know if there's a team Blue Jays, but I don't know if it's Blue Rays, but I was getting Blue Jays. And then I saw a caterpillar as well as a flying fish. So that's the Sand Art stuff for today. And I'm going to get right into the read. Today, October 21st, 2018, is the 21 of the world, so it's the end of the cycle. Completion. Going out into the world, traveling, seeing other points of view, other cultures, religions, etc. The day adds up to 42-6, which is the Two of Cups. It's the 6 of the mother energy of love, family, and community. And it's the 2 of the feminine energy on the inside and being very responsible and dependable on the outside as a 4. But ultimately being that 6 energy of mothering and love, family, and community. So we have the World and the Two of Cups. So there may be people taking vacations together, or just seeing the world together in another way, to get, one-on-one though. Definitely one-on-one today. And very loving energy out in the world. Okay, so the Divine Feminine read was done at 8:57 this morning. The major arcana were Transition and Abundance, which is the Death card, and the Empress in the Sirian Starseed deck. There were 4 swords, 2 pentacles, 2 wands, and 1 cup. So a lot of swords for the Divine Feminine, still a little bit too much in her head, as it was yesterday, I believe, as well. The court cards were the King of Swords, the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So there was 4 court cards. So there may actually be a couple fathers out with their kids today, or just a father and his kids with a friend or a brother or something like that. Maybe those of you with smaller kids, the guys are taking the kids today so you can have a break. But I was getting, we have the major arcanas, Transition and Abundance, and in the Sirian Starseed deck, the Transition card is a literal portal. So there's portal in the foundation for the Divine Feminine today, but it actually has a lot to do with the Divine Masculine. The numbers that came up in the coding were just 16 of the Tower, and then 4221. The message was all about staying calm in rough waters, because it was, number 1, all about taking a time out today, staying a master, to ace calm waters or peace to the nth degree with time out. And I was getting like a student, gets put in the corner for a time out, to chill out. Star a master, ace peace with a time out, or tower of thoughts to the if happens and then take a time out. So if you do lose it, just make sure to catch yourself and put yourself in time out. Or if you've mastered that, continue to ace those abilities, okay, of being a peacemaker and being at peace. When I looked up the code online, I got from Reddit ranking of 6 units. I got Dragon Quest 11, where to find the 6 orbs. And that was from twinfinite.net. And it said, for the final orb, take your ship north to the snowy area and dock at the big city of Sniffelheim. So I don't know if somebody's got the sniffles today. All right, again, for the final orb, take your ship north to the snowy area and dock at the big city of Sniffelheim. Also, I got Truth, another header, Truth from the Shadow, a guide to the chrysalis orbs, and that was from swordroll, ROLL.com. If done correctly, none of the orbs require fighting. And remember, orbs are thoughts. The one that you might need to battle for is the first in Crescent Beach, as it is a battle that will pull you in before you reach the orb. However, if you have a friend activate the pull, you can safely go around to collect it. So you might want to use a friend to kind of be a buffer if you know there's going to be a difficult situation. I also got list of Star Trek Deep Space Nine episodes came up, and that was from enwikipedia.org. 3rd series, January 1993 through June 1999. If those dates mean anything to you, it was episode 176 over 7 seasons. I also came up with 6 of orbs. That was from archangeloracle.com, and that said the dolphin, symbol of higher self, which we talked about, seeks to distance itself from ego-driven turmoil and move to higher ground. From turbulence of the deep, unpredictable waters of the seas of emotion within, the focused mind seeks clarity and calm. So this was all about the 6 of orbs. Then I got a lot of stuff came up about Master Ace, which isn't someone I resonate with, but that was what was coming up as the code. And specifically, something that came up was met the biz lyrics, and that was from genius.com, and the lyrics were specifically, on and on and on is how the beat goes. So sell the British walkers and cut the afros and dance till the feeling is gone in your toes and spirit's connecting with me. I wear shorts in the summer and Timberlands when it snows. Alright, so it's bringing, that's the second time snow's come up here. Then I got fanfiction.net, and that said, in another world, with my Keyblade, Chapter 1, a Kingdom Hearts. Keyblade Master, named Ace, is summoned to the tower. Master Yensid looked at the open door. It appeared to be the Ace. Ace is a 17-year-old male with black hair, blue eyes, fair skin, and very slender, wearing a V-neck tank top, puffy shorts, and a black hoodie with white sleeves and red linings. Master Ace, you are assigned to go to a world. And that was interesting that tower came up again, because tower wasn't a word in the code today. So, and then the last 2 entries I had were just the headings of Fortnite, Battle Royale, and then Phoenix Wright. Had to do with an attorney, Spirit of Justice, and then it just had Ace ... So Spirit of Justice was coming up. Alright, so getting into the read, And the major arcana had to do with Scorpio and Taurus, so they may be the main signs today. And again, like I said, Taurus came up in the sand art and talking about the bulls. And also it was very, very windy this morning. The wind was kind of wild and spooky, you know, making those spooky whoo noises this morning. It wasn't real dark or anything. It wasn't real sunny this morning, but it is now. But it was very windy. The King of Swords, with sword upon his lap, after the Queen of Pentacles, is stable but without luck in coming together at work financially, has one eye in the light, the left eye, this is for the King of Swords, and sits under the arc of purity, of intention, allows his seed to grow before showing his hand, maybe a sneak peek to a brand new world. Death of a pink rose, trampled and shunned, ignored by a white horse, proud and led by religion, or possibly leaders who abuse their power, feeling guilt and shame, and thinking how to bridge union with angel, with patience, one step at a time. All life takes time to grow, to mature. It's green. Transition is upon us, very serious and formal, yet angelic. Lies have aligned themselves with 3D reality, what others think is real, dumping their dreams, while those balanced in thought, but protecting their heart and refusing to see, align with risk in secrets, cheating, and theft, both which align with a tower moment, blowing the crown, falling in the dark night, only to see the icy foundation on which a home was built, a crystal iceberg with a box on top to cover its point, going only where angels fear to tread. With the King of Swords, give your relationship a chance came up as the underlying energy, and then the space shuttle lands, and out comes hurting each other by hurting themselves, putting private parts out for all to see, giving an opportunity for others to inspect the merchandise, leaving nothing to the imagination. One woman scorned and plotting, and another zapped of all life force, supported only by the truth. New passion looms as the masculine flexes his muscles and distracts with his charm. To cut to the chase, flames put aside, hung on a rung of carefully aligned family DNA. Maybe a picnic of passion under a tree with flashbacks of the past and present lives together. He remembers her and how she was abused as well. Abundance comes up as well, as very important for the Divine Feminine coming up, okay? A piñata is displayed, ready to be whacked and punctured. And when I wrote whacked, it wanted to come up washed as well. So a piñata displayed, ready to be whacked and punctured, but also ready to be washed. As Excalibur makes its point solely by its presence, as the clowns and magicians are done their performance, all masks off, hands down, all the false stories released with emotion. Confessions may sting a lot, but the burdens are released. Finally letting go of what's been held onto for so long, and Spirit's been connecting with me. Preparing to fly again. In the past, for the Divine Feminine, sadness, loss, and regret, unspoken, dies at a black and white surrender, where there is no need to win or lose, only proposals of crystal light. Only proposals of crystal light are brought forward. The foundation for the Divine Feminine is walking into the storm portal, the duel of truths, angelic fight to the death. He said, she said, shitstorm. in order to cross into the eye of the storm, the safe place, the void. Huge transitions are taking place. Centrally, after going through the truth portal, rebirthing process, the eye of the storm is the Ace of Wands. After the King of Swords, vacillating without a lover, there is no option but new passion with the Queen of Swords reflection, who he had turned his back on, needing to reignite the flame. The challenge for the Divine Feminine is the dolphin, or the dolphin fin, which I just saw on the end of a, I guess, I don't know if it was a French movie, but which is the end of the story, right? Fin, or fin, end of the movie, end of the story. So the challenge for the Divine Feminine is that dolphin fin, or the dolphin in Finding Peace, the Queen of Wands with her sunflowers and artwork on the wall and a black cat around, after the Divine Masculine, feeling shy and rejected, frees himself to take a leap of faith to their soulmate, but having to go through first the harsh truth and or abusive truth of his own insecurities, manipulation, and possible loss of tools needed when exposed to or by the Queen of Wands and needing to find peace. That she has let the kids run wild in her image so they'd belong to her alone, or that she is a wild child and he is a Scrooge. Now the Divine Feminine, in her head and heart, that the old wise man with the light is powerless to the over-emotional and or manipulative Empress. When coming together, he is negative too. The Queen of Cups is reversed, the King of Swords is reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles, independent older child, is also reversed when coming together. Only the Empress and the Hermit are upright, so I'm not really getting the Empress as being manipulative here. But she could also be an Empress who is a Queen of Cups reversed, you know, showing that she's being very emotional. So it could just be emotional, not being manipulative. But I was definitely getting the Empress and the Hermit as major arcana and both upright here. And that can also be Taurus and Virgo energy. But we're definitely getting the Queen of Cups reversed, the King of Swords reversed. So it's a lot, you know, there could be a very sharp tongue with the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. Very emotional, so they could be, you know, crying a lot or being manipulative with their emotions, you know. So the Hermit, or King of Swords, is holding on loosely. So after the Empress and Hermit are upright at his work, at the Divine Masculine's work, the Hermit, or the King of Swords, is holding on loosely, but skating on thin ice, grounding and moving toward peace, peaceful thoughts at work. But work is still a block to the twin, and romance, and friendship, and freedom. As a practical offer at home, with the harsh truth exposed, was refused due to saving money, or because someone is hoarding the money and was exposed, or will be by the full moon. Soon after secrets are out of another world and the fighting is done, a message arrives about a Halloween party, or possibly a masked ball for some, or possibly a child's party or Halloween party. The Divine Feminine is the Empress. That's the way she's seeing herself right now. Abundant and open-hearted after sitting on her savings in order to find a new passion. After injustice of being left behind and injured, the Divine Feminine is being called to free herself. And playfulness. So recapture romance, okay? By being light and playful. Around the Divine Feminine, or how she is seen, is the King of Cups. Stubborn or patient and still, or not working, or with no offer for work. Only new passion stands between the Empress and the King of Cups as he changes direction of his work. The Divine Feminine needs to clear blocks of separation and heartbreak, moodiness, and giving up too easily. But she does need to let go of her wounds. And she needs to take a time out. So it's about knowing when to take a time out as well. So if you're getting triggered, knowing to take a time out, but also sometimes you just need to take a time out to feel and think about things and just enjoy the day. For destined great love, partnership through work, you may keep quiet about, or may be asked to stay quiet, or to not answer now a question or a proposal, but think about it and then answer. The King of Wands reversed is healing, so he could be either angry or just really exhausted, is healing family depression with a Halloween party to bring back the passion, hoping to sweep someone off their feet and reignite a flame of the wounded warrior separated from his destiny. There's a surprise party possibly, or a surprise work party possibly. The Knight of Wands is like being the guy who wants to come in and sweep someone off their feet, is going to detox the Queen of Cups, but bring her into his bat cave, his heart. Done being bored of grounding and wanting to share and let go of ego, needing attention and a new life. The King of Swords goes through a death portal and emerges with an open heart of abundance as the King of Cups, an offer of new passion for peace, with messages of epiphanies and working on crystalline wounded warrior's heart. So maybe he's received a new heart, a crystalline heart. Okay, so that was the message. So, like, it was Divine Feminine's message, but it was a lot about the Divine Masculine. And for the Divine Feminine, again, to take a time out and free yourself. Stop being in a prison, a self-imposed prison, and be playful again. Go out and have fun, and be light and recapture romance of that feeling. Yeah, and it's all about abundance as well. Alright, so I'm going to pull your oracle cards today. We have the Ascension deck. Take a deep breath, guys. Clear and align. Clear and align. Alright, and what is the advice for us today? Everyone watching, what is the advice? Got two cards. The card on the bottom is Mary Magdalene, which came up in the sand art. Number 35. Okay, 35 is the Nine of Wands. It's the Wounded Warrior card. It's also an 8. It's a number of big business. 35. It's a lot about business. It's the 8 of inner strength and outer power and inner power, but also of manifestation, and it's infinity. So it's the 5 of excitement and change and expansion on the inside, so really being free inside, but being the 3 on the outside, which is more joyful and social, maybe not as free on the outside. So the 5 may not be as, showing joy and happiness, that kind of thing. They're just free. They're going to do whatever they want, so they feel free for themselves. Whereas the 3 is more social and socially acceptable, And the 2 of them, so the 5 on the inside and the 3 on the outside, bring out the 8 of strength. The affirmation for this card, which is the underlying energy from Mary Magdalene, is I maintain my truth and see the spirituality in all things. She is master of the 6th ray, raising dogma into spirituality. And her ascension retreat is in Marseille. Marseille with an S, not with a C. And the color is buttercup yellow. The cards that came out were Lady Nada. Okay. So that's right in line with Mary Magdalene. Is 45, which is the 5 of Cups, which is that feeling loss and regret of losing something and not seeing the good that's still there for you. But it's 45-9 of compassion, universal selflessness and endings. It's the 5 again on the inside, that freedom on the inside, but Lady Nada is more seen as responsible and structured on the outside, as opposed to smiley and social. Okay. So she's more responsible, or seen that way anyway, but they're both the 5 on the inside, which is interesting. It says, Lady Nada is the twin flame of Jesus' higher self, Sananda. She is the master of the 7th ray of ritual and magic. Ceremonies that call in mighty forces are important, so you're reminded to bring people together to raise great light. The priestess in the Temple of Love in Atlantis, Lady Nada, is bringing back ancient healing methods, helping the development of intuition, telepathy, and wisdom, and acting for justice. Your guidance is to trust your spiritual and psychic abilities and use them to help those in need. The affirmation is, I accept and practice my healing, spiritual, and psychic gifts. Okay? So you're being called on to use them and bring them into your world. And the other card that came out is Nature, number 3, which is the Empress, which also is a big theme today. And the 3 of self-expression and joy and coming together, and siblings. The Nature Kingdom was created from the heart of God. The 9th dimensional master, Pan, directs the elemental beings that support nature, and Archangel Prelimiac, angel of nature, lovingly holds and protects nature as it energizes you, raises your frequency, and purifies and heals you. Your guidance is to honor nature's beauty and life force. If possible, go out to the meadows, forests, mountains, lakes, and rivers, which came up a lot as well in the sand art, and let nature recharge, balance, and heal you. The love of and respect for nature is essential for your ascension and that of the planet. The affirmation is, I thank, bless, and love the entire nature kingdom. Okay, so just being called again, once again, to spend time with nature and have respect for it, and maybe align your life more with nature and the things that you use and buy and that kind of thing. All right, so for the past life deck, what is the advice? Take another deep breath. What is the advice? Okay, come right out. So we want to come out to karmic relationships at the bottom. Okay. So often when you're seeing a military plane and a guy and a girl, it's about saying goodbye because they have to go on a mission. The cards that came out are galactic and male and female. Alright, so I guess we're going on a galactic mission. Alright, and although this is back to back, so it might be that way right now, like if you're not seeing eye to eye, this is also a way to align your energies by sitting spine to spine. Alright, and it's galactic and male and female, so it's very much about the twins and coming into their connection and their abilities, very much so. And karmic relationship, it's like going away on military leave for the karmic relationship here, and then coming into your galactic mission relationship. But it's also about not being stubborn, because remember, that's ego. Okay, that words get in the way, to speak from your feelings and allow allow the affection to show first. For the journey of love, take another deep breath. Take a deep breath. What is the advice? What is the advice for everyone watching? Alright, the bottom is the choice, which is number 62, 8. The underlying energy, the choice. So we have a choice to make. And 2 cards came out. The first one that came out is Heartfire, number 1. 62-8, by the way, is the 8 of Swords, so that's that self-imposed prison. The Heartfire is the Magician, number 1. It's much more red than this is depicting. This is more orange. But this is very much of the third eye, and this, see, it looks like the shutter of a camera. It's also the vortex, or the eye of the storm. And then we also have, kind of like the opposite, is the swan. It's pure, white, and simple, Okay, and the number is 67. And 67 is the Knight of Swords. Is it sword? No, I'm sorry, it's the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, very simple and pure, swan, and then the heart fire. And I'm going to read you those. We have like bright red and gold in the middle, and then we have black and white. Right? Black and white are color. So the heart fire reads, passion is igniting within you. It's not a time when things will remain still, even if the change is only sensed as a subtle stirring. Underneath the surface of things, even if slow at first, passion will unfold from within your heart, soon to be burning bright like a sun, unrestrained. You are learning how to ride the waves of passion, through eruptions of heat and descent into coolness, bearing the absence of fire, only to realize it's returning to you again. Ride its waves, knowing the passionate bliss will always return to the heart that is on fire with love for life. The coolness allows us to experience the heat. Once you realize the fire and spirits connecting, once you realize that the fire emerging from within you will ebb and flow, you will trust in its presence. You will release that. You will realize that whether your passionate fire is obvious, drawing you into life, or dwelling quietly within, gaining power from the deepest sources of your being, soon to rise once more, it's a constant in your heart. Accept the fire of your heart and know that it is how you are meant to be, on fire with love for all that is. This oracle brings a message for you. Trust the passion and fire of your heart to guide your decisions now. What would make you feel most alive? Choose that. If you're feeling a lack of genuine passion in your life, take comfort that is awakening in your own heart now, bringing something that has been long and in rest back to life. And the poem reads, life unfolds in wondrous ways, and time together fills the days with unexpected gifts beyond our wildest dreams, like open hearts as feelings start to face the longing when we part. Our souls know this is more than what it seems. In gratitude I offer prayer, with thanks for this love so rare, asking guidance on this sweet sojourn. The answers come in tears that flow, emotions raw, and smiles that show. Becoming one is worth the wait until I can return. Okay. So it's learning, we've gone through these cycles, whether they're quarterly cycles or monthly cycles or daily cycles, to show you that don't worry when you feel disconnected, you're not, and it will always return. So it's teaching you to have faith in the process and in the cycles of nature. And 67 is the swan. Gliding with grace, nothing is withheld from this beautiful soul. And remember that 67 is the Knight of Pentacles and spirits connecting. It can discern what is genuine, authentic, loving, and is from the ego parading. Even through the most impressive words or gestures, this soul can sense the holding within of a core of fearful separation from the divine. With grace, it allows all to be, and moves amongst this world with inspiring light and grace. Paramahamsa, Great Swan, the soul that moves the souls of others, is reaching to you now. The Guru, the teacher, the light, the love that is all. You are blessed by sacred divine relationship with the essence of love itself that adores you and wants only for you to be free. This oracle reaches to you now, indicating that you are held within the grace of a great soul, a teacher of the heart, of the spirit, and there's endless light bestowed upon you for protection. Your path ahead is assured. Soon you'll be shifting from hope to a sense of inevitability in your attainment of the spiritual goals closest to your heart. Be with your practice of love through meditation, yoga, kindness, nature, dance, and singing. Whatever speaks to your heart, and know you are one with the divine, and it's only a matter of time before you realize it. And the poem simply says, to love from afar, always share our dreams of what will unfold. Okay? So go have fun, enjoy the day, it's your Sunday. Go out and play, drink your water, and have fun. Have a great day, guys. Rise and be loved.